More than 2 months of clashes in eastern DRC has left thousands of people dead. In Goma, the first major city captured by M23 rebels in January, bodies of the dead littered the streets after the fighting. Volunteers driven by compassion and duty worked tirelessly with the Red Cross to dig graves and bury the bodies while expecting nothing in return. CGTN met one of the volunteers whose aim, he said, was to give the dead a dignified burial. Caroline B tells us more.
43-year-old Ahadi Akili works informally in Goma as a craftsman, creating pearl necklaces. He's one of the silent heroes of the war in the eastern DRC, responsible for some of the toughest work after the M23 rebel offensive in his city. Along with a dozen other volunteers, he helped rescuers bury the dead.
When I saw the bodies lying uncovered everywhere in the streets, I didn't feel good. No one could be happy seeing that. I realized there was a lot of corpses, and I couldn't stand that. I told myself that no Congolese would like to see the corpses of their Congolese compatriots in these conditions. As a Congolese citizen, I gave myself out to do the work. I felt the need to collect the bodies and take them to the right places.
With public services weakened by intense fighting, Akili and his fellow volunteers tried to fill the gap to protect the city from diseases linked to decomposing bodies. He says given the state of the bodies, poor logistics and adverse weather, the amount of work was enormous.
It was a massive job. There was a lot of rain at that time. We worked every day from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. for 2 good weeks. We had one day to dig the graves and another day to bury the bodies. We did it out of our own will, and none of us expected to be paid. We fully gave ourselves. We told ourselves that we had to do the work that was not to be left to anyone else.
While Akili does not expect any recognition, he does hope that peace and stability can return, and with it, the opportunity for a better life.
As volunteers, we did our best. One day when my country is peaceful, I hope that the authorities will think of us and give us jobs. Because right now, I'm unemployed. I have been unemployed for a very long time. In fact, I've never been employed. I have searched for a job, but never found one. My prayer is that our country will return to stability so that even I can find an opportunity that will see me fend for my children and family.
For now, Akili is back with his wife and 5 children. He spends his time making and selling pearl necklaces, just like before. Caroline B, CGTN.